right, our next storyteller is Brad Wendt. He is a traveler, paddler, camper, railroad buff, frisbee thrower, hiker, and bicycle rider. And all of these adventures make for good stories. So come on up, Brad.
Yep. Albert Einstein said, what does he say?
Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must stay in motion. I'm 3 years old, and I'm going to ride my tricycle around the block. In order to make it all the way around the block, it was a decent-sized block, I had to cross the Chicago Northwestern Railroad tracks twice. No problem. I make it all the way around the block without stopping. I park my tricycle in the yard, in the front yard, and I walk in the front door, and almost immediately, there's a knock on the door. I answered the door. This was early 60s, kids did that. There's two men dressed in bib overalls and train hats. Are your parents home? Mom, there's two railroad guys here at the door. They want to talk to you. So they come in the house. One of them says, we need your help. We followed your son all the way to his house here because we have a problem. We would like you, Mom, to teach your son how to stop for trains. And he proceeded to say, he had never even thought about stopping. We stopped for him. I wonder why I like trains. Now I'm 7 years old, and I get a brand new, shiny red, kick-back brake, single-speed Schwinn bicycle. I'm a happy camper. So Mom says, I'm going to get dinner ready. You have time to ride around the block. I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. I hop on my bike, I ride around the block. I get back to the yard, and my sister's in the yard saying, one more lap and you got to come in for dinner. I keep riding. I never even stopped for that. I go all the way around the block. I get back to the house and I said, another lap around the block. Can't. Another ride around the block. Stop! And I kept going. I don't want to stop. One more lap around I go, and I think I'm not going to stop then. I turn the corner, I see the backyard, and in the alley is my sister, my mom, and my dad. I have to stop. Now I'm 9 years old. I still got my bike, still in perfect shape. Mom comes in to me and says, you know, you can ride your bicycle to your cousin's house if you want. I go, yeah, cool. My cousin lived about 8.5 blocks away, and I often visited there, but I never rode my bike there. 2 blocks away from the house is a strip mall with a nice new flat blacktop driveway or parking lot. When I got there, it's empty. No cars, no people. So I get this idea. What would happen if I stick my foot in the front tire while I'm riding? I'm smart enough to know that that could turn out bad. I got to do it anyway. So I just went really slow. Stuck my foot right in the spokes. Head over tea kettle. Soon I find myself on the blacktop under my red bicycle. I'm not hurt at all. I'm laying down there under my bike, thinking and looking. I hope somebody saw that. Because it must have looked really silly. So now, a couple of years later, Mom and Dad come and talk to my sister and I, and they say, we're gonna go away for the weekend. How would you like to ride your bicycles to Grandma's house? Yeah. So the time comes, we're on our way to Grandma's house. Grandma lives way on the north side of town. There's town, her house, and the woods. Halfway to Grandma's house, we live on the south side of town. Halfway to Grandma's house is a boy blue soft serve ice cream shop. Of course, we stop. And of course, I'm gonna take advantage of no parents. I'm getting a large. We get our ice cream cones. We get back on our bicycles. One hand on the handlebar and a cone in the other. Right past the ice cream shop is the Sioux Line Railroad. I hit the first rail and I've got a cone. The ice cream is on the railroad tracks. I must have looked super disappointed because my sister looks back at me and says, let's go back to the store and see if they'll give you another ice cream cone. I'm like, yeah. So we go in. They had seen the whole thing. Naturally, I got a new ice cream cone. We learned that if we want to eat this new ice cream cone and my sister eat hers, we better not get back on our bicycles. We didn't. We ate the ice cream cones and then off to Grandma's. Now, I'm an adult. I'm a dad, I'm married to Karen. We have 3 kids ranging from age 12 or 13 to 7.
One of them is back here.
We all have our own bicycle. This time, we're gonna ride from Madison all the way to Waukesha to visit Grandpa. We're gonna do it in 2 days. We have maybe 5 or 6 miles from Madison that we have to ride on Highway BB, a highway, with 3 kids. And we handle that like nothing. We get to the Glacial Drummond Rails to Trail, the old Chicago Northwestern roadbed. And now we have to give Woody rules. He's the youngest. He's 7 years old. He's riding a tall handlebar, banana seat, blue Stingray, single speed kickback brakes. But he's gonna ride faster than any of us. So his rule was, you can ride as far from us as long as you can see us. When you get to a street or a road, you stop and wait till we get there or ride back to us. But he did a lot of bouncing between roads and us.
Yeah.
So now we're on the trail. We're comfortably riding on the trail. We're still pretty excited. We still have quite a ways to go to get to Lake Mills. But there's a Wendt weakness, a raspberry patch. I'm not sure if we jumped off our bikes or fell off our bikes, but we got into that raspberry patch rather quickly. We have our fill. We get back on our bicycles, comfortably riding. Guess what? We find another patch of raspberries, but only this time they're as big as your thumb. You can't pass that up. The Wendts can't pass that up. We didn't pass it up. I don't think we hurt ourselves getting off of our bicycles that time, though. We glom them down. And now I'm thinking to myself, oh man, we better get moving. We got to keep moving. We got to get to Lake Mills before dark. We get on our bikes. Again, we're cruising, starting to get comfortable, and you'll never guess what we see.
No way.
No, it wasn't red raspberries. Black raspberries. Big as your thumb. Again, we can't help it. We stop. But now, I gotta be the dad and the smart guy, the guy that's learned from experience. I said, we gotta get back on our bikes and get moving. We don't wanna be driving in the dark. No bicycle in the dark. I mean, we all had lights, we were ready for it, but we don't need that. Life is like riding a bicycle. But there's smart times to stop. But in order to keep your balance, you gotta stay in motion.
Thank you so much, Brad. I love that metaphor about having to stay in motion to keep your balance and also just to keep going through life. So I want to thank all of our storytellers tonight. We had Coral and Kay and Paul and Brad and Misty, and you can start making your way back up here. And thank you for me, and I'm gonna hand it back over to Karen.
Okay.
There they are. Let's see, who's got great cameras out there that can take me a horizontal picture? Thank you. All right, fantastic. Please give them all a great big hand. We got Brad, my honey, my love, my best friend, and Coral, Kay Weaven, Paul Aker, and Misty, my pseudo daughter. We are so happy that you all came tonight. Now your job is to bring 5 people with you next year, okay? April 24th, 2027. We'll be here, will you? Thanks, everyone.